For this speech, I'm going to demonstrate how to put together your scuba equipment because it's a very important thing, or, if you put it together wrong, you could have dire consequences once you get under the water. So SCUBA stands for Self-Contained Underwater Breathing Apparatus. And then for scuba diving, what you're going to need is your air tank, and then you're going to need your BCD, which is Buoyancy Control Device. It's like a vest. Get a good shot of it there. And you'll also need your regulator set, which it's got this part right here. It connects to the tank, and these, one is your extra breathing apparatus, and the other one is your actual regulator, which you'll use. The other one just kind of back up, someone else's, messes up, you got this one for safety. And this will plug in, this little thing right here, will plug into your vest, and it's where you can control how much air you want in your vest, to control where you're at in the water. And then this right here, this little device, on the back side it's got a compass, so you can kind of tell where you're at underwater. It's comes in handy once you get down there, because sometimes you just get going and then you're like, hey, which way do I need to go back to the boat? And then this, the top one, tells you how deep you are, which is important because you can't go too deep, with the pressure and everything. But most dives, you don't have to worry about that. They're fairly shallow, 50, 60 feet, somewhere in there. And this bottom one tells you your tank pressure, which is very important because you have to monitor how much air you have in your tank while you're down there. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is take your BCD and attach it to the tank. And on the back of the BCD, there are these straps which will attach to the tank. And I've got these loosened so I can just slide them over and then tighten them up. On there. And on the top, there's one, once you get this down on here good, it will go around the top of the tank right here. And then you want your vest to be, the top of your vest right here, to be level with the top part of the tank, just so, kind of safe. You don't want to, it'll keep the top of the tank from hitting your head, is, all that's really doing. Okay, then next, you'll take your regulator set and start unscrewing this, because right here in the middle, see that little black part? It's like a dust cap to, help keep everything clean, help, that. So you'll take that out, maybe. There it goes. What you'll do is this back part right here will go on the back side of the tank. And on these tanks, you want to check right here, there is a little O-ring. You want to check and make sure that is still good, because if not, then your regulator set will not seal properly to your tank, and it's not good. Your air supply is going to be a little iffy there. So you always want to check that and make sure, because if it's bad, then you can take it to any scuba diving shop around, and they'll gladly fix it. So tighten this up. And then what you'll want to do is take your regulators up here, and on the vest down here, I'm sorry you can't see it too well, I'll lift it up as fast as I can. There's a little spot right here that will hold your extra regulator. You'll stick that in there, just so it's not floating around while you are scuba diving. And then to turn on your tank, you'll take this valve over here. It's kind of a little hard to see with all this regulator stuff going on. But you'll turn it on, you'll open it up all the way. Well, not at first. You'll open it, and you should hear it pressurize, kind of like equal out. Probably can't hear it on here, sorry, but it just did. I heard it. Trust me. You'll turn it on all the way, open it up, and then you'll turn it back just like a quarter of a turn. And then what you want to do to check your air pressure is set your gauge on the ground. You don't want to touch it. Let's do its thing. And then after like maybe 10 seconds, it should have the correct pressure. And lucky for me, I've got a full tank. Yay. And so that's all it takes to put together your scuba equipment. I mean, of course, you'll have your mask and your fins, in, you know, a wetsuit if necessary, depending on the water temperature. So yeah, pretty simple. Once you know how to do it, it's easy.